Good morning, you guys. It's day number 73 of my sabbatical to 50, my 100-day journey. Tick-tock, just going and going, all the way to day 100 of mindset change, body transformation change, really anything else to happen. So I know I've been gone the last couple of days. Thanks for enduring my absence. A couple of days ago, I was traveling. And so it's kind of hard to do a walk when you're in a car traveling. And then yesterday I decided to take a day to rest. So I used it wisely. That extra day of rest, by the way, yesterday really helped the blisters on my toes. Because now they don't hurt anymore. You know how blisters, and then when they pop, can be very sensitive skin. And so all of that's healed up now. And I actually found this product at Walgreens. I knew there had to be something like this out there, but it's a little product that you put over blisters when they're sensitive. And it's like a layer of skin. So it's obviously an adhesive on one side to stick to your skin. And then the outside part is this really kind of thick skin-like flesh material. So I've got it on both of my toes today, on top of the toes not hurting. So fingers crossed that is going to help me prevent the blisters henceforth. But that skin, by the way, where the blisters were, is so hard anyway. I don't know how it would blister again, but Jimmy not taking no chances. But welcome guys. We are deep into this sabbatical to 50 now. Day 73 today. Just 27 more days and this thing is over. But I want to keep talking to you about things. And today's topic hopefully will resonate with some of you, because maybe you need to hear this. And that's always gratifying to me, by the way, when I get people that write me DMs afterward and going, oh, wow, I needed that. And I didn't even realize I needed it till you started talking. So here we go. Do you deserve happiness? Do you feel like you've gone through life, you've put in your dues, you have done all the right things, you're not an axe murderer? Do you feel like you deserve happiness? I think all of us would say, yeah. Maybe a few people would guilt themselves into saying, no, I really don't. I'm kind of a bad person. Okay, you're the weirdo. Get over that. But most of us, if we kind of dig deep within ourselves, we know that happiness is something we want and need and desire and, yes, deserve. So if you deserve to be happy, why aren't you going out there and being happy? I think a lot of times we feel like somebody else or something else needs to be our source of happiness. And I'm going to get deep with you guys today because I think we need this. We need to be told the truth. And the truth is, happiness comes from right here within you. Happiness is not predicated on circumstances in your life, on people. That's just impossible. Don't put that on other circumstances, other people. Yes, you can have moments, glimmers of happiness from those things, don't get me wrong, but they are not the source of your happiness. Now, if you're a Christian, you might say, well, Jesus is my source of happiness, and that's cool. You can say that. And if that helps you solidify this, but I even think Jesus would want you to choose to be happy, that's your lot in life. And I know with some of the circumstances going on in the world, maybe in your personal life, you might think, well, I don't have very much to be happy about. But I think that's irrelevant. I think, yes, circumstances will always be there. Yes, there will always be things that are less than ideal. There will always be moments where I don't know how I can be happy at all. And some days happy is the goal, but you only get to kind of okay, I'm content. The worst thing you want to do is get to a place of lament. I'd rather you be in content than lament, because lament gets you in deep, dark places. And you know who you are. You know, if you're one of those personality types, that when things start to spiral mentally, you go there. You dig a deep hole. And once you're down in that hole, it's hard to pull you out of that hole. You know who you are. And I think it all starts with what we're talking about here today of you deserve to be happy. So go be happy. It's amazing to me how simple this concept is that people totally miss it. They totally feel like, okay, I have to let happiness come to me. I have to let happiness be something that I have to feel in a moment and then I'll be happy. No. Because get this, guys, life is going to be incredibly hard at times, stressful at times. You don't know how you're going to put one foot in front of the other at times. How are you going to get through those moments? If you're watching me right now, you're probably of the age where you've had many of those moments. And if you go through those kinds of moments, do you just wallow in it? A lot of people do. A lot of people just wallow, and then it becomes who they are. It becomes their identity as someone who is not happy. It becomes everything about who they are, defines their life. Why? Because they allowed it. If you don't choose to be happy, you are choosing to be some other emotion. Hear me out on that one. If you don't choose to be happy, and I don't mean fake, I'm happy. No, don't do that. If you don't choose your own happiness, then you're going to choose your own sadness. You're going to choose your own anger. You're going to choose every emotion under the sun that is detrimental to you mentally and, yes, physically. You'll make those bad choices because that's your state of mind. So get in the happy mind. To quote the old Bobby McFerrin song, don't worry, be happy. And he was onto something. He knew this thing about choosing to be happy. Do you do that? Is that something within your purveyorship of how you think? I think we get into tough times and we forget about this principle. Or we're pursuing something in our life, things don't quite work out, and we let that circumstance determine how we feel. Or somebody says something to us and we believe them, and it's not good. Being happy in those moments, or at least having the happiness choice happen in your head in that moment, it's what's going to get you through. And I know, guys, there's a lot going on in the world right now, and probably in your personal life and your personal relationships and circumstances, financially, all these things that can make it extremely hard to choose to be happy in the midst of all that. I get that. Trust me, I so get that. But happiness isn't this perpetual state of glee. I think that's what people think happiness is. I'm just happy all the time. No, that's not happiness. That's fake as fuck. And I don't do fake. I don't like fake. I don't think many of you like fake. Happiness is this peace from within, knowing that no matter what's happening, I'm going to be okay. Happiness is saying, okay, this is not a great situation. I wish I wasn't in this situation. But because I am in this situation, let me learn from whatever it is I'm supposed to learn. And in the meantime, choose to be happy about it. because it's going to better me. That's a new way to look at things, maybe for some people. And I want this to edify you today. Your life is not an inevitability of unhappiness. I think so many people go through their life and they feel so unhappy about it. And then as life progresses, they're like, I'm always so unhappy. I'm unlucky. I don't know why other people are happy, but I'm not. And so it's not fair, not knowing that the biggest reason why they're unhappy is them. Their attitude, their mindset, their mentality, their lack of love for themselves. Because if you love yourself, you can't be unhappy. Yes, moments of concern pop up. Again, not that perpetual glee kind of thing, but if you have love for yourself, you will learn this fine art of being happy, thinking happy. So are you in that boat today? Do you feel like you deserve to be happy? And if the answer to that is no, that's another conversation. Because I think we all deserve to be happy, especially when you're doing the right things, especially when you're having good in your heart, wanting to help people, being a good human being, all the things. Anybody that does that deserves happiness. And if you don't think that, that's number one. Fix that. Figure out why you don't think you deserve happiness. But number two, if you think you deserve happiness but you're not getting it, are you choosing it? Are you going to be happy? Are you going out of your way to make that happen? Because it ain't the job of your mama. It ain't the job of your kids, your spouse, your friends. None of them can make you happy. Yes, they can be a part of your happiness, don't get me wrong, but they are not the cornerstone of whether you get happy or not. They're not. And that has to come from within. And if it comes from within, then all those other sources that I just listed off, family, friends, come into your life, and it just fulfills that happiness that you already have within you. A little bit of a deep philosophical topic we're talking about here today, but I wanted to bring this up because I just feel the weight of so much unhappiness in the world right now, that people feel like the world is crashing in on them and it's crushing them and they don't know how to handle it. And I think it comes back to this issue right here that I'm talking about. You deserve to be happy, so go be happy. Stop letting life pass you by. Stop wondering why other people seem to have it easier and they're happy and they're content and you just deeply desire it with all your heart. Everything within you just craves that for yourself. I know I'm talking to somebody right now. And if it's you, keep listening, because I think you're going to get encouraged by this walk and talk here today. We are on day number 73 of my sabbatical to 50. Yes, I've been gone the last couple of days. 2 days ago, I was traveling. I had a day trip I had to go on. And so then I came back from that. And then yesterday, I took a rest day. And let these blisters on my toes heal up a little more. I got these cool blister covers on them today. So far so good. No pain at all. And I'm walking at a really fast pace. So wish me luck today. Maybe I'll break a record for my walk time. But I want to hear what you have to say. Are you happy in your life? Do you have kind of a general happiness about life? Or are you one of those people, and it's okay, be vulnerable, be open. You know it's a loving environment here. Are you one of those people who has never felt fulfilled in your life, has never felt that even glimpse of lasting joy and happiness? I want to talk to you guys today too. Tell me why you think you haven't. What do you think is the reason you've never really found happiness? Curious to see what you have to say, but let me scroll back to the top. Saw lots of comments come in while I was doing my monologue, but let's see what you guys have to say. Good morning, Sharon. Bulletproof Coconut. Go, Jimmy. Go. Missed you. Yeah, I missed you guys too. Look, life's going to happen from time to time where I can't be on here every day. It's very rare that I've missed 2 days in a row. But like I said, I was traveling 2 days ago. Left very early in the morning that day. And then yesterday, I just felt like I needed a rest day. Body wasn't feeling great, so I do miss it when I'm not out here talking to you guys. I will remind you, over the weekend, I will go live a little later because I have to go to the farmer's market and get things done. But I do plan on both tomorrow and Sunday doing a live walk and talk. So wish me luck on that one. But I did miss you guys too. Thanks for your understanding when Jimmy has life to do. Good morning, Linda. Thanks for being here, everyone. Sharon says, day 73, getting it done. We're getting there. Karen says, I made it. Yes, you did, my dear. Del Norte asks a really great question. Is there total happiness? I work at contentment. Yeah, so when I say happy, again, I'm not talking about that happy all the time kind of feeling. I'm talking about contentment. That even in those hardest moments that you ever go through in your life, and as soon as I said that phrase, everybody had some moment in your life flash into your head. I sure did. And I've had a few of them. But the hardest moments of your life, in the midst of all that pain and anguish, do you have a sense of contentment that lets you put one foot in front of the other? Because if you don't, you will crumble. You will fall. You will have mental health issues. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. It's almost impossible when you don't have a mindset of happy and contentment. It's almost impossible for your brain to process all that is happening. It can't. And when it can't process well, things start to go haywire up here. And that's when people act erratically, maybe do something stupid. And it's all their brain trying to calm things down. When all you had to do was have this act that I'm talking about here today of just choosing to be happy, content, okay. Like you need to calm your brain down to let you know, hey, yeah, it's a sucky time right now, but we're going to be all right. And be self-assured about that. Obviously, in my line of work, I come across a phone, and I'm amazed how many people have this sense of just going through life, letting whatever happen to them without really choosing happiness. It's amazing to me. Good morning. Ooh. Had a dog nip at me a little bit. So choose to be happy, to be content, because I think that's going to serve you best in your life. Choose to be happy. Yes, Karen, that's exactly right. And look, some people are like, well, that's easy for you to say. You're pretty happy all the time. And I am, by the way, pretty happy all the time. It's one thing people comment on about me when they meet me. They're like, you just put off this energy, dude. I'm like, yeah. They're like, you seem like you're happy all the time. I'm like, I'm not all the time happy to the level that you might think. But I am in a place in my heart and my mind where life's too short now. Life is not worth moping through. Life is worth living, getting out there, going after hopes and dreams in your heart, allowing yourself to want things, be things, accomplish things. If you're not doing that, are you really living? I have to ask that out loud. If you're not being everything you want to be in your life, I don't know many people that want to be sad, that want to be angry, that want all these negative things that you see so many people going through. People want happiness. People want fulfillment in their life. They want all those things. And if they don't get them, they lament them. They lament that they had to go through all that stuff, not realizing that all along the answer was right there within their own consciousness of choice of what they can do. So Karen, you're so right. Choose to be happy, but be deliberate about it. Don't let it just be a bumper sticker. Choose to be happy. Let it be who you are. Strive for it. Put yourself in situations where you can test it. Because if you don't, at the first sign of real calamity in your life, you're going to fall out of control. Bulletproof coconut, we do deserve it. We also must choose, seek, and create it. Some don't. I would argue bulletproof, most don't. I see so many unhappy people in this world. And look, this is like a key concept of being a good human. Choosing happiness. Because when you don't, who suffers? Yes, of course you do. But the people in your life do. Think about the man with 2 kids and a wife, and he's unhappy. Do you not think that wife is going to feel that? Those kids are going to feel that. His coworkers are going to feel that. His friends are going to feel that. Everybody within your sphere of influence, when you are unhappy and you choose to be in whatever mental state you are, angry, mad, upset, frustrated, depressed, whatever, everybody around you feels that, and they're impacted by that. It's true. But flip it. What if you chose happiness and you exuded that? What happens to those same relationships? Spouse is happy, kids are happy. You're more productive at work. So your coworkers and boss is happy. You get the raise you want and deserve. Down the line. I see no downside to this going to be happy. You go and make yourself happy. There's no downside to it. And yet there's incredible downside to choosing not to be happy. That's why I'm doing this walk and talk on this topic today. I feel like people forget the grass really is greener on the side of choosing happy. It really is. And unless you try it and taste it for yourself, you won't know. I'm going to add one little caveat in here because I have gone through childhood trauma. There are some people who choose not to be happy because that's what they learned when they were a kid. They learned you don't deserve happiness. They learned that they're a little less worthy of things. And maybe that's you. Maybe that's why you struggle with this so much, is you had it told to you that you're worthless, you're meaningless, nothing's ever going to be good in your life, blah, blah, blah. And look, we think, okay, that happened in childhood. That doesn't still affect me as an adult. Oh, you want to bet? You want to bet? I think it lasts years, if not decades, in most people. And even when you deal with it, like I dealt with my childhood trauma, even when you deal with it, you have those moments where you recollect. It's one thing I hate about my ketosis diet. It's made my brain so sharp. I actually can photographically remember. I don't have a photographic memory, but I can see in my mind's eye vivid like videos of my dad saying the ugliest things to me and about me, about how it would never amount to anything and all that such nonsense. And of course the physical abuse, I still see it in my mind's eye. And so it would be easy to say, okay, because those things happened, maybe I don't deserve happiness. And so maybe that's you. Maybe that's your stumbling block to getting to what we're talking about here today of choosing to be happy. You don't know how to because you were taught exactly the opposite. Because you're never going to amount to anything. I know that's going to speak to somebody today. So feel free to share comments if that triggered something for you. Karen says, choosing to be happy will make your life easier. Sure does. When you let the things of life or circumstances make you unhappy, it's so much harder to get through it. Like, look, that is so profound, Karen. You're right. When you let your circumstances in your life or the people in your life be the reason why you're happy or not happy, don't be surprised when your life is woo, 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 woo. Because it's going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Because life is that way. Life has ups, life has downs. Life is not all down, 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 although some people think it is. And also life is not all up, 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 up. It's the up and down. And what happiness does, by the way, is it neutralizes those extremes. Think about it. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down is the norm in life when you don't choose happiness. Guess what happens when you choose happiness in your life? It's steady. It neutralizes those extremes. It makes the highs be more appreciated with a controlled kind of feeling about it. And it makes the lows not as low because you're being pulled up from that. And so I love the imagery of what happiness does, neutralizing the polarization of your emotional state. And it all starts with you choosing. Choosing. Just go be happy. If you deserve happiness, go be happy. Easy peasy, right? Sandra says, yesterday I was high on ketones and I felt so happy. Yes, ketones will do that to you. Like anything was possible. Yes. I've had that euphoria of ketosis as well. And it's a good feeling. It really is. Looking forward to the future. Helping others in my various support calls has made me feel less isolated during 9/1 DIVOC. Yes. Yes. These last 2 years, a lot of people have not felt very happy in their lives. And look, last 2 years have been hell. This has been unprecedented in all of our lifetimes. Never been through anything like what we're going through at this moment in the world. The world is changing. Some people want the change, other people don't want the change. And so that's going to have an impact. And it's going to make your brain try to process it all. So I get it. But even in the midst of all that, yes, get into ketosis. That will make this choosing happy a little easier. Highly recommend that. Thank you, Sandra, for sharing your story. Bulletproof says, I recently went to some dummy doctors that tried to make me unhappy with forced weighing. Yes, I'm currently on the best health journey I've ever been on. I'm choosing to be happy about where I am and headed. Oh, I love that, by the way, Bulletproof Coconut. Good job. Because a lot of people that go into a weight loss and health journey and they're down on themselves and they get upset by where they are in their current state, not realizing, hey, I'm doing something to pursue health. And it's easy to let yourself feel bad. Oh, how could I get here? And you beat yourself up. But choosing happiness in the midst of the journey while you're on a proactive journey, that's the key to success. You can't come out the other side and find the results you're looking for if you don't have the mindset that, okay, this is going to go somewhere. So I've been talking to this girl that I'm wanting to date, and she asked that question. She said, so you're an influencer in the diet world, and yet you have weight on your body still. How does that work? Aren't your followers bothered by that? And so we had a pretty nice little conversation explaining how it's more than just diet. It's a lot of factors that go into your weight, but that yes, it's been a challenge. It would be easy for me to be unhappy about it. And at moments I'm discontented, I will say, about the weight, but I concluded to her, look, I think the people that follow me, they know what they're getting in me. Pretty educated on all these things while still working on me, still trying, tinkering, doing all the things. And they're watching because they're in the same boat and they're looking for somebody to help them figure things out. So if I figure something out, then maybe it will help you. That's why you keep following. So I thought that was an interesting observation from a girl I'm wooing. Very interesting observation. She thinks I'm sexy, so I'm good. I don't have to pretend like I'm something I'm not. She likes me for me, so that's good. Patty says, good morning. What a glorious day. Yes. All right, this is my turning point, guys. Going to turn back around. Head the other way. Hello. Was it Kinsani from South Africa? Man, I miss Cape Town. I got to go to Cape Town 6 years ago. Speak at Professor Noakes' conference. That was a lot of fun. So I miss traveling internationally and even domestically here in America. It's so hard to travel now outside of like where you live. You couldn't pay me to get on a plane at this moment. I've got a bunch of points built up with United Airlines, but all these nightmare stories of stranded passengers, I'm like, nope, I ain't getting caught in all that. So one of these days I'll get back to South Africa. I did love your country a lot. That's so profound. Thank you for that, Kensani. Sharon says, when mama ain't happy, ain't no one happy. As the old saying goes, yes. Keep mama happy. Because mama will make the world go round. And that's a good point, Sharon. Thank you for bringing this up. A lot of women feel the weight of the world on their shoulders because they take on all the burdens, not just of themselves, but of their spouse, their kids, and even their extended family. They take it all on. And then they wonder, why am I so unhappy? What's going on? Why is life so mundane and so and it's because they haven't learned to be happy. And part of that learning to be happy is knowing it's not your responsibility to take on all those burdens. It's not. But women try to be super women, and there are some amazing moms out there that do incredible jobs. Well done if that's you. Greatly admire a mom that keeps the house going when all chaos is breaking loose in life. But also what you're doing is you're teaching your spouse and your kids and your extended family that their source of happiness is in you. So that's never going to be true. The sooner they learn their happiness, they being your spouse and your kids and even your extended family, the sooner they learn their happiness is their responsibility and not yours, is when that burden will be lifted off of you. And then you can focus solely on your own happiness. Because when mama ain't happy, no one happy, that's true. But the reason mama ain't happy is she's trying to be the reason for everyone else's happiness. And that's not healthy. That's not healthy at all. Del Norte, good message today. I really needed this. Yay. I was ruminating on this about an hour ago, and I'm like, what do I want to talk about today? And that's the way I do these topics, by the way. Before I get on the air, I just go, okay, what am I thinking about today? What are some things I have thoughts on? And luckily I have thoughts on a lot of things. So occupational hazard being a podcaster for so long, but I got all kinds of ideas. And this one popped up today. I feel the weight of unhappiness in the world right now is weighing so heavy on so many people. And so if someone today decides to choose to be happy rather than letting their happiness be predicated on other things, I feel like I've done my job. Alice says, wooing. I love that. Yes, yes. I'm wooing a girl. Maybe more than one. It is what it is. It's where I'm at in my life right now. So we'll see what happens. Kira says, I don't care if I'm happy. I do the work. I keep going. I don't think about it. I'm too busy doing the hard things, but oddly, it does make me happy. Happy is never my goal. Not sure if that's good. Well, Kira, as I've told you many times before, you are a strange puppy. That's all I gotta say. You are not the norm. Most certainly not the norm. Especially for a girl. You've got so many qualities about you that just run counter to what the conventional wisdom about a girl is. You're very girl, don't get me wrong, but you've got mentality that is very... I'm trying to think of the name for it, but it's an intense, don't mess with me, I will break you kind of mentality. And I love it. That's what makes you amazing. But I do think happiness is something we all want at an innate level. And happiness is going to look different for different people. And there's where people get into trouble too. They think happiness is a thing, when happiness for them would be misery for another. Happiness in their mindset is not what someone else would choose as happiness. And if you choose happy, let's get this out. If you choose happiness, make sure it's not an unreasonable level of happiness. Well, I'll be happy when I have a wife and 3 kids and a job that pays me $250,000 a year. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. That's putting happiness on things happening to then it will set your mind right. And when your mindset's right, you can accomplish the things in your life, which guess what? Make you happy. See how it all works? Pretty cool, huh? Point. You got to get high again to feel good. Not literally high, maybe literally high, but you need that high mountaintop experience that alcohol, drugs, whatever give you. Again, happiness is a state, not a destination. that you try to shoot for. Happiness is here right now. You don't have to wait for it. Happiness is not at the end of a finish line. It's not predicated on you accomplishing things. It just is. Right now, if you're unhappy in your life, right this moment, if you are, choose to be happy. And it all changes at that point. Have a good day. And so, that's the secret sauce to Jimmy Moore. I choose happy. I have sad moments, don't get me wrong. I have moments in my life where I feel like, whoa, this ain't fun. But I very rarely stay down anymore. I've been through so much in my life and overcome those things that happiness is almost inevitable at this point. I've already gotten all the negative stuff in my life out the way so that the rest of my life has to be this blissful, joyful, magical time. That's what I choose to believe. And I'm living it. I get to do something for a living that I enjoy immensely. I love talking and teaching and writing and all the things that I get to do. And I know not everybody gets to have a job they like, relationships they like, things in their life going the way they want them to go. Choose happiness, guys. Choose it. Make it something you pursue. Kira says, yes, literally getting high. So if you just joined in late, you guys, hello. It's day number 73 of my Stay Batical 250. This is a 100-day physical and mindset transformation journey. I'm in the home stretch, less than a month away, finishing this bad boy up. It's been quite the ride so far, you guys. Still rocking and rolling. If you missed any of my past videos, pop on over to my website, livinlavidalowcarb.com/staybatical. You can also use the hashtag StayBatical50 and look up all my videos on Instagram video, Facebook, and YouTube. They're all right there. So hopefully you guys have a great Friday. I'm not seeing any more comments, so I'm going to sign off now. But I hope you have a great Friday. Enjoy wherever you are in the world today. All that life has to bring you. Choose to be happy. As Bulletproof Coconut says, happiness is a practice. It's needed for that long-term success. Success in anything. Life, goals, whatever. It is the key. So thank you guys so much for being here today. I will be back again tomorrow, again, not early in the morning, because I go to the farmer's market on Saturday mornings. But I will try to hit around midday, like I did last Saturday. But I'll see you guys again soon. Bye, everyone.